Once it's launched, you'll be on the software and apps page. But we're going to navigate over to the advanced tools menu here on the left. And once we're inside of that, we're going to open the Windows Installation Media utility. This is going to allow us to create custom Windows installation media. Now, this is a 4-step process that you have to go through. And step 1 is to select a Windows ISO file. So you can see that currently I have no file selected. And if you don't have a Windows ISO downloaded yet, then you can use one of these buttons to either download Windows 10 or Windows 11 directly from the Microsoft software downloads page. So I'm going to download Windows 11, and you'll see it takes me directly to the Windows 11 downloads page on Microsoft's website. Here you just need to select the Windows 11 ISO file, then continue. Then you'll also need to select your preferred language. I'm just going to use English US, and then continue. Now, sometimes you might get this error that says we're unable to complete your request at this time. If this also happens to you, like it did to me while I was recording this video, then you can just refresh the Windows 11 downloads page and go through the exact same process where you select the Windows ISO file, select your language, and then confirm. And then eventually it will give you a download link for the Windows ISO file. So once the ISO file has been downloaded to your computer, then you can go back to the Windows Installation Media utility in Winhance. You can then select your ISO file, navigate to where it's saved on your computer. For me, it's the downloads folder. Then you can just open it. Now, by default, the working directory where these files will be extracted to is your temp folder in your user's app data folder, but you can also select another folder. I'm going to select the desktop in this example, and then just click on Start Extraction, and it's then going to start extracting the ISO files. Now, this process can take quite a while because the ISO file is quite big. Like I said, it's almost 7 gigs in size, so you'll just have to be patient and wait for this to complete. Once it's finished, you're going to see that the ISO extracted successfully, and then you can click on OK to continue. The next step here is to add an XML file. Now, the XML file is where all of the magic happens. This is the file that's going to tell Windows no forced Microsoft account, no bloatware, and no telemetry. This all happens during the installation process of Windows. Now, you need to select one of the following options. You can also use Winhance to generate and add a Winhance XML based on your current selections in Winhance. But for this video, to keep it simple, we're going to be using the unattended Winstall pre-configured autounattend XML file that I also created. So to add that, just click on the download button to download and add the unattended Winstall XML. And you can see by the green check mark that this step has now been complete. Now onto the next step, which is extracting and adding drivers. So you can extract and add the drivers from your current operating system, and it'll then add them to the Windows installation media. So this is going to be perfect for you if you're reinstalling Windows on the exact same hardware, because once you get to the desktop, your Wi-Fi is going to work immediately, your audio is going to work immediately, all of those drivers will be already installed. Once it's finished, you'll see that the system drivers have been extracted and added to the installation media, and then we can continue to the next step. It's time to create the new ISO file. Now, this needs the OSCD image exe to create the ISO file, so if you don't have it installed already, you'll need to download it first. But there's also a convenient download button for you to download and install this via Winget. Then once it's been installed, you can then go ahead and create your new ISO file. So you can select an output location. I'm going to select the desktop and just change the file name, and then click on Create ISO. This is now going to start creating the ISO for us. And this will also take quite a while depending on the size of the ISO that gets produced. This clip is from a full step-by-step guide on my main channel where I walk through the entire process from start to finish. If you want the complete walkthrough or if anything wasn't clear, check out the full video. It's on screen now.